She got me to fly my service and then he died. And then KU's.
All right, guys. Take your seat.
Parker got a little hungry.
Clean up, Parker.
Oh, God, I didn't do it.
Clean up.
Clean it up.
Rebecca has to help me.
Hey, there's a vacuum cleaner right there too. Vacuum that up.
Rebecca has to help me.
All right.
Where's Becky there?
What?
All right. Put your phones up, put everything away.
What are we doing today?
We are finishing lesson 4.5. Tomorrow we get to work on complex numbers. Okay, so questions on what we did yesterday.
We have more homework.
Which one?
You know the ones that are like,
Okay. All right, so questions on what we did yesterday. Great, everybody's got it.
Yes.
Okay, so today,
No.
what we're going to do is, now we are going to solve equations using our square roots. Okay, so we're going to solve quadratic equations using our square roots. Okay, so let's look at one. Okay, so let's look at 3x squared plus 5 is equal to 41. Okay. Okay, so first of all, what's one thing you noticed about that quadratic equation?
Track 51.
Like, you can't do that. What's one thing you noticed? There's no bx, right? Okay, so there's no bx in this one. So where would your axis of symmetry be?
Right there.
Right in the y. Okay, so using square roots to solve the equation. Here's one good place to use them when you don't have bx. Okay, so here's one good place to use it when you do not have bx. Okay, so you could move that 41 over, set it equal to 0, and work it out that way. But this is easier. Okay, so Cameron said it. You subtract 5 from both sides, right? I subtract 5 from both sides. So now I'm going to get 3x squared is equal to 36.
Divide
right?
by 3.
Divide by 3. So what am I doing? I'm isolating that x squared, right? So I divide by 3, right? So now I get x squared is equal to 12. So now I can take the square root of both sides, right? And take the square root of both sides. Now I have, here's where it's important that I've got plus or minus. Okay? Because remember, as I'm looking at that quadratic equation, I'm everywhere except for my vertex, I'm looking at 2 places, right? Looking at 2 answers for x for every y. So here's where it's important that I do that plus or minus. Now can I simplify this?
Yes.
What can I simplify to? 2 square root of 3. Okay, because this right here is the square root of 4 times the square root of 3, so I can simplify. So there's my answer. X is plus or minus 2 times the square root of 3. Okay? Yes.
So do you not to put plus and minus?
Okay, when you are doing taking square root, remember it always has 2. Plus or minus. When you would not use 2, okay, when you would not have the 2 difference is maybe in a word problem when only the positive answer makes sense. Okay? We'll look, but any other, anytime you're taking that square root. Yeah, now when we saw those perfect square trinomials, when you got it, but you got to like x plus 3 squared was equal to 0. Okay, so when I take the square root of both sides here, the square root of 0 is 0. There's no plus or minus there. Okay, so it's not plus or minus 0 because it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's one place. That's why there you would only see that one answer. Okay, that's why there you would only see that one answer. But anytime you're taking that square root of that number when you're solving for x, is that plus or minus? Because it could be the positive side and it could be the negative side. Because what you're seeing is those two answers. Okay, you're seeing those 2 points on that ground. You're seeing 2 points on the ground. Okay. Okay, so let's look at a couple more. Okay, so let's look at this one. We got 1/5 x plus 3 squared is equal to 7. Okay, so what do you want to do first here?
Multiply inverse.
I want to multiply the inverse. I want to get rid of that fraction. Okay, I want to isolate my part of the equation that's got that square. That's my first thing I want to do. I want to isolate that part of that equation that has that square. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Right? Look at that. So I'm going to get x plus 3 squared is equal to 35. So now what is it?
Get the square root.
Take the square root of both sides. I'm going to get x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 35. Can I simplify the square root of 35, Edie?
That's not negative. So is it inverse
Negative
x
3.
plus 3 squared?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So I can't. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So then I would subtract 3 from both sides. So I get x is equal to negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 35.
So the reason you couldn't simplify it anymore is because like if you did 75, it would just be
There's not a factor of 35 that is a perfect square.
okay. So
So I'll leave it. So plus or minus, that is important because my answer is x is equal to negative 3 plus the square root of 35, or x can be negative 3 minus the square root of 35. So that plus and minus is important. You have to put it in there because it's giving you those 2 answers. You can write it together, but it's giving you those 2 answers. Okay? So what if you had, try this one, 5x squared is equal to 80.
4.
4. What'd you do first?
Hold up.
5 by 5.
Oh, I ain't even got it finished written.
Okay.
I haven't even written the
Okay.
plan.
Is it just 4? Or is it plus or minus 4? Just plus or
No,
minus.
she got it.
Do something about that.
Hey.
Alright, so make 5 by 5. I heard Cameron whisper. Cameron, I heard you whispering it from your brain.
That's why you don't say the answers like that, so they can write it down.
Wow, y'all.
Cameron's gonna screw up on his test to get a
Yeah, I'm
0.
gonna get a 0 on that.
And then he's gonna have to do everything he wants.
I'm
You just
really
wanted to
upset.
Yeah, I ruined my average.
There's surface on here.
Guilt.
Bill,
You got one.
Elaine, do you have one?
Guilt got one.
I said 100 average. So there's several before.
I don't.
Next question.
Not me.
Okay. So So what do I do first? What do I do first?
Find the
Point the
answer.
bonus.
How do I go about it? What do I do?
Divide.
So if I go about it, I wanna isolate that x
I
squared.
didn't do that.
So you can divide by 5, right? Now both sides by 5. So I get x squared is equal to 16. So now what is x?
Divide. Square root.
2, 4.
What?
What? Okay, I messed
What
that
are
up.
you doing? You gotta get the square root.
It takes the square, what's the square root of 16?
Two, four.
Right, so why don't you
Four.
just teach the class?
So x is equal to plus or minus 4.
Just kidding. I want to.
Okay, if it is a perfect square, don't try to make it harder, okay? If it is a perfect square, don't try to make it harder.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright, so let's put one up here for Bryson to do.
I don't know how to do it.
Let's see.
Gary can do it. I heard him whisper the answer to me.
Alright, so let's do,
I really feel the whole Broncos set.
And then I said,
No wonder you got it last time.
Except for that one problem.
alright, so this one's for Bryson to do. Come on.
Oh,
and
God.
I said,
Well, that's the fractions
you're on
then.
my time.
Why do you think I gave it to you?
Gosh.
They're talking about you like fractions.
I'm gonna go to the.
Oh, goodness. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Close enough. No. We gotta get our own. Here we go. Let's do this. What's the easiest way to do this? Get a fraction.
I would leave it as a fraction and then rationalize my denominator.
Would leave it as a
I
fraction?
would leave
Would you
it as a
reduce it?
fraction. No, I would leave it just like that, take the square root and rationalize my denominator.
I think it's
Rationalize by the denominator.
So I would get
You got smart enough to do that.
plus or minus 40 over, the square root of 40
By the
over.
way,
Right?
we just
Yeah.
with this class.
So now, I do
Number
it right
16.
here.
Multiply by 3.
He was just like,
So yeah.
16.
Old Broncos.
20 over 3, right?
Then
Then I would do
Yeah, it's all.
now I see that this would be 4
But then you get back
times
to 40.
3. You wouldn't, right here.
Negative 40, what are you talking about?
No, screw that.
I made
Here.
it
So I would
You got your
Half
plus
the
or minus about 20.
So
Maybe it's word 120. Okay, that's right. That's good. That's right.
like that. So then I would get x is equal
Oh,
to
my
2
goodness.
plus or minus 2 square root of 30 over.
Well, she worked it.
Nice job, Bryson.
Okay, so look at how this was done. Okay, first step, isolate this one, the part of the equation that has that square in it. Shh. Okay, isolate that part first. Okay, since I can't just divide 40 by 3 without coming up with a fraction or decimal, right? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave that there, okay? So I'm gonna get x minus 2 squared is equal to 40 divided by 3. Then when I take the square root of both sides, I'll end up with x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 40 over the square root of 3. Now I want to do that rationalizing my denominator. Okay? Rationalize my denominator. All I've got to do is multiply both sides. Multiply both my numerator and my denominator by the square root of 3. It's not hard. Okay? So now here I'm going to get plus or minus the square root of 120 over 3. Okay? Square root of 120 factors. How about 4 and 30?
That's right.
So, okay, so from right here, I'm gonna get plus or minus 2 times the square root of 30 over 3. So now I've got x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 2 times the square root of 30 over 3. So then I can add 2 to both sides and get x is equal to 2 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 30 over 3. And there's your answer right there. That's as far as you have to go.
I just knew the answer. I didn't know how to work it.
You just knew the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's as far as you're gonna have to go. Okay, right there. Okay, so let's look at, okay, if you are dropping an object from a certain height, okay, And everybody knows this was not.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
What's your
Gravitational
If you
acceleration.
drop, okay, you are dropping an object from a certain height. Okay, it can be modeled. It can be modeled by h is equal to -16 t squared plus its original height. So its height at any point in time, right, can be modeled by this equation. Where can it be modeled by this equation?
Hey, Joe.
Not on the moon, right?
Nope.
Okay, that's
On Earth.
Anywhere on Earth, right? Okay, this equation also assumes you got negligible air resistance. Okay, so, okay, you couldn't use this on the moon, right?
No.
Okay, so if I have an object, okay, listen. If I have an object drop from 50 feet, how long will it take me to reach the ground?
Like, how long will it take you if you drop the object?
The object. How long will it take the object to reach the ground?
How long will it take?
I am dropping an egg from 50 feet. How long is it going to take to reach the ground?
It's less than 3 seconds.
Velocity first.
Okay, so
I bet it's
it can be modeled right here by this equation because my velocity is being dropped. My velocity is dependent on what? The gravitational pull, right? Okay, so it can be modeled by this equation right here. So what's my final height
Of what?
of the egg that I'm dropping? What's my final egg height? 0, because it's on the ground, right? It's flat on the ground right now. Okay, so my original height was 50, right? Okay, so now how do I find the time it took it to get from 50 feet to the ground? What do I do first? Subtract 50. Subtract 50. So now I'm going to get -16 t squared is equal to -50. So what I need to do next?
Square root.
Divide by -16 first. Okay, so now I'm going to get 50 over 16 is equal to t squared. So now I want to take the square root, right? Okay, now here, do I need the negative sign? Why? I can't go back in time, right? I can't go back in time. Okay, so from here, I'm going to get t is equal to the square root of 50 over 4, right? The square root of 16 is just 4. Okay, 50 could be divided out into what?
Man, 10 and 5, no, that's not good.
Okay, how about 25 and 2?
Oh, that sounds better.
25 and 2.
So it could-
Okay, so it'd be 5 square root of 2 divided by 4. Okay, pull out a calculator. Tell me how many seconds.
1.8. We were guessing how long it takes to hit
It
the
takes
ground.
about 1.8
Plus
seconds.
or minus 1.8. So it's safe in the book.
But
I don't know, it says plus or minus.
But
It's
reject
negative
minus.
you reject negative solution because you can't have the negative amount of time. Okay, so now you see in your word problems when you would see about rejecting the negative answer, and you would only get 1. So you have to look and say, what would make sense? What's plausible? What makes common sense? Okay, so a negative amount of time, a negative measurement, those things don't make good sense. So that's when you can reject those negative answers. Yes.
Where did you get that first equation? Like, it is told you.
Yeah, that's an equation that models it. Okay.
So you have to pull it out and.
No, I don't have to pull out any, because that's just one of those physical laws. Okay. So you've got the equation already, because people have already figured that out for you. Aren't you thankful? Okay. All right. So take out your paper and your pencils. Okay. And on page 270,
And that's probably.
270, 23 through 31 on, and number 38.
I'll do it.
You got plenty of time to get all this done.
Oh, right now. I'm right. Cameron, listen to this. For a science competition, students must design a container that prevents an egg from breaking when dropped from a height of 50 feet. How long does it take for the container? How does that? How long does it take to take the container?
Oh, they dropped the eggs in the container. Drop the eggs.
I used to try. Especially for 50 feet. Yeah, I used to try. 50 feet. My years.
Couldn't you like put it in?
Wrapped in
Put a pillow in a box.
How big is the container? How big is the container?
You can get one of the fancy new pillows that like, you know,
We get some
Let me turn this
pillow.
off.
I don't know what it's called.
Pillow pads, doesn't it?
I had one of those, but it won't work. They're not like all. They're not like that.
Right.